and welcome to Let's Talk Surrogacy with Mariah. My guest today is Olaronke Thaddeus. But before we begin, let me take a brief biography of who she is or her personality. Olaronke Thaddeus is the founder of MeetSurrogateMothers Agency, the largest surrogacy agency in Africa. She started her agency firstly as a donor agency in 2014, and a year after she included surrogacy as she saw that a lot was needed to be done in that regard. She broke the culture of silence around surrogacy practice in Nigeria by publicly encouraging women who truly needs it to embrace it without any guilt or shame. She is also a fertility counselor of over 9 years experience. She equally has a YouTube channel for women where she talks about fertility issues and how to go about solving them to gain reproductive knowledge and support when needed. She's a member of Association for Fertility Reproductive Health in Nigeria. Please join me as I welcome Olaronke Thaddeus Ronnie. Madam, you're welcome to Let's Discuss Surrogacy with Mariah. Welcome to our live Let's Discuss Surrogacy. At your brief intro, I discussed that you were initially a donor. What does being a donor mean?
Okay, so donor agencies are agencies that provides egg donors, sperm donors to IVF hospitals worldwide. So we provide donors and egg donors and sperm donors.
Okay.
Yes, that's how.
So, at what point did you decide to go into surrogacy? What was the interest?
Well, at a point in time, I saw that there were requests for surrogate mothers, and I wasn't looking towards that direction. So by the time I discussed with a few of my doctors, and I didn't get a welcoming feedback, it kind of puts me off. But I'm one person that whenever I have it in mind to do something, I usually do it. So I said, regardless of the unwelcoming attitude of few doctors that I spoke with about surrogacy, they said, oh, it's meant to be a secret thing. You're not supposed to talk to people openly about it, that kind of stuff. I was like, no. In abroad, there's no secret about this thing. Surrogacy has become part and parcel of life, or a way of life abroad, especially when there is a medical need for it. They go for it. So why also, in our home country, so that was just the whole thing. And when I started, I must confess to you, for the first 1 year, I nearly gave up, but I just kept pushing, and before you know it, the women became more comfortable, and everybody now talks about it. No fear, no shame. The stigma has reduced to a very large extent. So my agency really did a lot of work educating women about surrogacy, how to go about it, how to do it hand to hand without problem. So it has been an amazing journey.
Okay, so briefly tell us what surrogacy entails, what it means.
Okay, so surrogacy is when another woman helps you to carry your pregnancy. So this woman is called surrogate mother. She's also called gestational carrier. Okay. So how does that come to be? The question is your husband going to sleep with her? And the answer to that is no. Your partner will not have sex with the surrogate mother. The type that we practice, I don't know about any other place, no sex, no contact. So the surrogate mother will get pregnant through in vitro fertilization. Your eggs will be retrieved from your body as a woman, and your husband or your
Okay, you
partner will
get the
produce sperm.
wife's egg. The couples, you get the woman's egg. Okay. So you now implant. Okay.
Yes, so the eggs and the sperm are fertilized in the IVF labs, and the embryos are transferred into the surrogate mothers. Okay, so there is no contact, there is no sexual contact here. It is not the surrogate mother's baby. Okay, so it is still the baby that the intended parents would have genetically given birth to if the mother is the one carrying the baby, so DNA 100% for the baby and with the parents.
Okay, so what's the process? What's the process of, is it planting the eggs into the woman, or what the terms? What's the process? You get the husband's sperm, you get the egg. So what's the process of doing that for the couple?
Okay, so first thing first is to select a good surrogate mother. And who is a surrogate mother? Like I've said, she's someone that is willing. She's willing to give forth herself to be a carrier, and before she can even be granted that, she would have gone through a series of tests, series of blood tests, just to be sure that there is no infection, and her womb would have been checked. Also, she's a mother herself. She has given birth before. She must have given birth before she can be a surrogate mother. So the moment an intending parent,
okay, she must have given birth before she can be a surrogate.
to
She
her
must be
own
fertile. Okay.
Yeah, she must have given birth to her own kids before she can be a surrogate mother. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So I do say you don't give what you don't have. Do you understand?
Okay.
Because a lot happens sometimes in pregnancy. I've seen a woman that carries her pregnancy herself, and in the process of giving birth, lost her womb. So the fact that is a surrogate mother does not exonerate that from happening. Do you understand? So that's why it's a must for her to have given birth to her kids, so that there is no regret whatsoever. Okay. So after we have successfully choosing a good surrogate mother, so we'll now start our womb preparation in the process. We'll start our womb preparations. So because you don't just recruit her and evaluate her and put embryos into her. No. So the process is a well-controlled and regulated process. So she needs to take some drugs to prepare her womb for the embryos she's going to receive. Okay. Yeah. So that's just that process. Okay.
Okay, so surrogate mothers, are they going to be single mothers or they are married? Is it a profession? Like, I want to be a surrogate mother, I have children. Do you take women who are married or women who are single?
I take both. To be a surrogate mother, you can be married, you can be single. Okay. I work more with single ladies, but that doesn't mean if I see a married woman whose husband is ready to sign that, yes, sign his consent for the process, then why not? I've worked with few married women as well. Okay, so far the husband give his consent, then is no problem. Okay.
Okay. So how do you take care of them? Do they live a normal life, as in they go about their normal duties? How do you follow up with them? To the surrogate mother, she's carrying someone's baby. So how do you take care of them? Do you keep them somewhere, or they do other jobs and go as if things are normal? Then when they need to come for checkup, they come for checkup and they do the regular things. How do you check on them? Are they with you in terms of accommodation?
IVF pregnancy is a pregnancy, just like every other pregnancy, but you want to take caution. You want to be careful when it's IVF pregnancy, because even for the first 3 months, it's sustained with drugs. Okay. And you need a surrogate mother. You need a surrogate mother who understands this process very well. We do a lot of education. We do a lot of training, to our surrogate mother before they start the program. But even at that, sometimes, because if they are not the one, bringing down that money, they might not really understand the importance of, using the drugs for the first 3 months. So what we do in terms of management on our part is that we follow up on them for the first 3 months. We have accommodation for them, okay? And once at least the pregnancy is stable, yes, at least we are not restricting anyone, okay? Once we see that, oh, this person is mature enough, she shows enough understanding to take care of herself, yeah, she can always go and come back into our accommodation. Okay, so, but it's only when we see that, no, this person does not look like someone that can really take care of herself during the program, then of course she would need to be thoroughly under our nose for that period.
Okay, so you have women come. How do you get them? Do you have women coming on their own that they want to be surrogate?
Women are coming on their own. That's the truth. And we've also worked with.
Let's work. Thank you. You want to read? Okay, so when they come willingly, they go for the necessary checkups and all that. So another question, someone is asking, do you know the clients? Is it acceptable for the clients to know the surrogate mother?
Okay, in our agency, what we operate is anonymous surrogacy program, where the intending parents' identity are well protected from the surrogate mother.
Okay. For security reasons. Okay. So someone is asking, what's the cost of getting a surrogate mother?
Yes, the person will need to follow me up, okay? Because we have to take into consideration a lot of factors before we issue out what cost is.
But is it in 6 digits?
Of course.
In 6 digits. Okay, so now let's come to the clients. When they come to you and they say they want to do surrogacy, what do you tell them to put in place? Like the woman who is not pregnant but is ready to go in surrogacy with another mother, she's as good as carrying the pregnancy with the other woman. So what kind of advice do you give to them to ensure that they have peace of mind before going into it?
You're talking about the intending mother now, right?
Yeah, the intending mother as a couple.
Well, it's usually a very troubled 9 months for the intending parents, I must confess. And in fact, as a matter of fact, a lot of my intending parents do chat with me on a daily basis. So you could imagine getting various messages, calls from everywhere. All my intending parents, I just want to know how my surrogate mother is doing. I just want to know sorry, I hope I'm not disturbing you. Sorry, I hope I'm not disturbing you. Please, can you send me a picture of this? Please, can you, but I understand all that, I understand that. And I also have few that will say, please, what can I use for anxiety? What can I use for my anxiety? And I'll be like, madam, please relax, relax. I know it's not easy, but you just one thing I do say is try and forget you're doing surrogacy. I know it's not easy, but try and put your mind off it. Because if you keep thinking about it every moment, you will develop high blood pressure. Because you'll be like, what's she doing now? What's the surrogate mother doing? Are they going to really take care of her? The question will just keep popping up and popping up, but the truth is this, everybody that has worked with us over the years knows that we actually take good care of our surrogate mothers. That's the truth. Because for someone to come out and say she wants to be a surrogate mother, I consider her as a god. And you don't just toy with that kind of person, It takes a lot of guts to do that. So we give them all the care, all the love, all the support, emotional support, as far as, they can, whenever they make any complaint at all, before the in fact, a lot of them would not want to make a complaint because they know the next step I would take is bundle them to the hospital.
All of you.
Okay, so we take adequate care of the surrogate mother, and that we're lucky to have worked and to be working with a lot of them that are matured and sensible and well committed to the program. Of course, like I said earlier on, before the program begins for them, we've done a lot of talking, a lot of training, a lot of seminars, to incorporate them proper into the program and make them understand the importance of each process,
So what's the success rate like from experience? You've been in it for years. What's your success rate like?
Well, 4 out of 5. 4 over 5 of our treatment works.
So 4 out of 5, have you lost anyone in the process?
Mortality rate is still high worldwide. So be it a surrogate mother or the mother carrying it itself, so it's there. The fact that there could be a loss of life is there. The risk is there. That is the truth. Okay. So whether I have lost a surrogate mother or not, yeah, in the
we lose people every day, though.
What do you say?
I said we lose people every day, though.
Yeah, I pray not to lose any of my surrogate mother. I pray not to. That is why I don't joke with their heads, and that is why whenever any parent says, "Can't she use my hospital? Can't she?" and I said, "No, I want to be sure within me that I have given her the best of care that this country has to offer. I don't want anywhere where things will be managed for her. Well, maybe there is a need for oxygen and they will just be carrying cylinder up and down looking for oxygen. I don't want, there is a need for ambulance to be used to take her somewhere, and they will not. There's no ambulance. When people talk about, of course, you've asked what the cost is. Yes, it's pricey, but it is because of the quality of care we give to the surrogate mother during pregnancy. Because I don't joke with any one of it. Because if there is a problem with the surrogate mother, then it's as good as me having the problem. Okay. What else do I want to say?
Tell us what we don't know about surrogacy. At least we know the major one. Okay, another woman is going to carry the baby for the attending parent. So tell us what we actually don't know, the nitty-gritty of surrogacy.
Okay, there is this fear that that surrogacy is illegal. There is no law. There is no law for surrogacy in Nigeria. I get that feeling. In fact, I saw one comment also reading from the Instagram. Yes. Okay, so there is no law presently at the moment. There is no law for or against. But that is not to say it is illegal. Okay. The lawyers will say, how did they normally put it? When there is no when there is no issues, there's no but I think late last year or beginning of this year, Lagos State is trying to come up with surrogacy law, and me and my other colleagues in the agency, in the surrogacy program, are part of the team doing, working on the bill. And okay. I can tell you that yes, by the time the bill sails through, it's going to be very beautiful bill that covers the intended parents, covers the surrogate mother, covers everybody, So there's no fear. IVF is a well-practiced procedure in Nigeria, and so anywhere IVF is practiced, surrogacy is also practiced, because there is this research that says that 1 out of 10 cases of IVF would result into surrogacy. So looking at that, technically, the percentage of people that would need to use a surrogate mother is huge. Okay, I want to talk about reasons why surrogacy might be needed for a lot of women. Okay. Number one reason why surrogacy might be an option for you is if you have done series of fibroid surgeries. Okay. There's something making noise where you have.
Something is making noise. Okay, they're jamming. Okay. Say our mics are jamming. Please go ahead.
Okay. So yeah,
you were on.
Okay, so okay, I can see you now. Okay, so for instance, a woman that has done series of fibroid surgery, okay, she has done it one time, second time, third time, and you know, the moment she removes it, another one grows back before pregnancy will go there. The moment she removes it, another one grows back. The moment she removes it, another one grows back there. By the time you know it, all these surgeries, you know, they have effects on the lining of her womb, thereby making it, you know, very difficult to get pregnant naturally because of adhesion. Because when you do surgery, there will be scar tissues, you know, all over around. So this set of women, so cut the long story short for them, would need to use a surrogate mother because they have scars, adhesion in them. Okay. Also, we have some women with series of miscarriages. So they keep having miscarriages all the time. They've lost count of how many times they have, you know, they have miscarried their baby. Medically, the reason for miscarriage is not known. Okay, like maybe for 50% of time, the reason is not known. But why stay hanging on to the fact that you can carry your pregnancy to term successfully? On another note, you might want to also think about doing surrogacy because reproductive clock ticks very fast for women. You need to do what you have to do when you're still within that age range where you can still use your eggs to have your baby. Okay. So another reason why surrogacy also might be an option for women is that some women usually they have issues with their womb. They've removed their womb. There's no womb again. And most of the time when this happens, most of the time it's just to save their life. So at that point in time, you're thinking about your life or your womb. And you know, when there is a life, there is a way. So at that point, taking off the womb becomes, you know, very important. So for women, most women, they fall into this category. So the option left is to use a surrogate mother. Okay, so another reason why surrogacy might be considered is also for maybe women that have had let me see, some women don't even want to get pregnant. Okay, so they don't want to get pregnant. They have fear, they have phobia for pregnancy. Okay.
Someone is asking for those out of the country. How do they do it? How do you transfer the egg and the sperm? How do you do it for those who are not in Nigeria?
A lot of people are coming into Nigeria because of this. So what I normally do is to plan their process before they get to us, so that by the time they are getting to Nigeria, you know, everything is moving very fast. We would have done a lot of process, get the surrogate mother ready, start womb preparation. If they want to use donor egg, we would have started ahead of them. Okay. So that's for some people.
That's what we come into the gamete, the gamete, or what do they call it? What's the process of transferring the sperm or the egg out from outside the country to this place?
Okay, so that process, Yes, there is a
Is it
process.
gamete?
Yeah, yes, it's embryo. If you want to transfer your embryo, or you want to transfer your sperm, yes, or you want to transfer your eggs, there's a process for that. You know, so there's a process for that. The person should talk to me as well. The person should chat with me, follow me up on Instagram, and chat with me so that I can give her the full details for that. That's for people who want to send their baby, send their sperm, their gametes down to Nigeria.
Okay. Another person is saying she wants to be warned. How she should get in touch.
Yeah, she should get in touch.
Many people are saying they want to be warned. They want to be warned. So it's going to be a good business after all.
Let them follow me up on Instagram, MeetSurrogateMothers. And
okay, so for those who want to be surrogate mothers for one reason or the other, please just reach out to Meet Surrogate Mothers. There's a phone number there that you can call and you'll be told the necessary things to do to be a surrogate mother. Okay, another person is asking, okay, we've talked about the costs. We've talked about the costs. We've talked about and how do we bring the baby? Okay, yes. So when you have the baby, how do you bring the baby to the intended parent?
No, they have to be around. Okay. So you know that we are going to go and give them their baby. No, they have to come to Nigeria. So everybody has to be around to witness the arrival of their baby. Okay. So not travel back home with your baby. Yes, it takes some process. It takes some process, and you will need to consult with me on that. You need to consult with me on that. Yeah.
So far, the journey for you has been interesting. Is this something you want to do? Always want to do?
I am always looking forward to doing surrogacy, IVF, for a lot of women. I love to see my women happy. I love to see them carry their bundle of joy. It excites me, to see breakthroughs, especially when we have some massive breakthroughs on women that have been waiting for fruits of the womb for 15, 18, 22 years, so it gives me that joy to witness it. Forget the stress. It's quite stressful for me, but when I see the joy on their face at each delivery, when I see the way they roll on the floor, when I see the way they sing, the way they pray for me, yeah, my heart just rejoices. My heart just, that's just like my reward there, for me. It excites me.
Okay, please, can you turn down the audio of one of your phones, take that off of Facebook, so we can have a good audio?
Okay. How about it now? Is it better?
Yeah, I think it's better. Yes. Yes. Okay, so what if the eggs, someone is asking the eggs that you use. You have the intended, that's for the man, you use the sperm. So the eggs, whatever the eggs of the wife that you use, what if she doesn't have eggs? What do you do?
Yes, in some instances where the woman has run out of eggs, then remember I said I started my agency as a donor agency.
Okay.
So that's what I do basically then, until now, by looking for a match for the intending mother, somebody that looks like her, share some resemblance with her, and pair her up so that she can donate eggs for her.
Okay. So do you tell us about someone who's asking about freezing of eggs? Is it part of what you do? Do you freeze?
Yeah, you can freeze your eggs, although I try to discourage that for obvious reason, of course. for some reason known to me personally. Of course, if you want to know more about that, you would also need to consult with me. Yeah, I discourage egg freezing, but that's not to say it's not doable. It's doable.
Okay, so you freeze it pending when you're ready to get pregnant, so you're ready to have babies.
Yeah, you can freeze it. Just that, like I said, I don't advise it. I don't advise it because you might think you have 10 eggs, and by the time it will be turned back to life, and you might not actually have that number. And by the time it is being fertilized with the sperm, you would also have a reduced number. At the end of the day, you might not, really have the numbers you think you have. Okay, that's why I said I do discourage you. I love embryo freezing. Don't just freeze eggs. Try and let it be fertilized with sperm, then freeze the embryos. In that way, you know how many you have. Okay, because you might think if you're just going ahead to freeze eggs alone, you could be disappointed by the time you need the eggs.
Okay. Okay, someone is asking, okay, we discussed cost. Is it an idea? Okay, someone is saying, is it that we don't have the facilities for that? Do you need to take the eggs and the sperm abroad, or we have the facility here?
No, we have the facility here now.
Okay, so those there can do they transfer it?
Yeah, it can be transferred. You can actually move your embryos or your sperm from anywhere to us. I've gotten sperm I've gotten from US, I've gotten from UK, I've gotten from South Africa. So people are actually, shipping their gametes down to us. So it's possible to ship them.
I think the lifespan of a sperm, I think 24 hours or 32 hours. Don't it die?
No. You can't just say you want to ejaculate and produce the sperm and put it in the bottle and bring it from US. No, it doesn't work that way. So you will need to consult properly with me on that if you're looking at that route.
Okay. We're doing well. Is there anything we've not had? The contract is over. So do you compensate the surrogate mothers after any compensation for them?
Of course. And I have some amazing intended parents as well that would go even outside the box to do something special for them.
Okay. So how many times the process? How many times can they go? You have those that they've done this process. After 3 years, they come back again. Want to go for another one?
Yes, I have worked with second time surrogate mother. Even abroad, they are more expensive.
Those who have gone through a process and those
yes, they are more expensive. But here we still we work with them, but I can't work with 3 times surrogate, but after the second one, then you can't come back again. It's not an occupation.
Yeah. Okay, so that was more what we need to know.
It's been interesting, right? Yeah, I think that's pretty all. I'm tired.
Someone is asking if you can show on babies online. If you go to our page, MeetSurrogateMothers Mothers, they have babies. Even if they have 2 babies or thereabouts today. So exactly you can show the babies on. I just go to surrogate mothers.
We gave birth to triplets yesterday. We gave birth to another single thing
That's
yesterday.
one person.
We triplets one person yesterday.
But how do you do that? Instead of me adding one, and I say, okay, I'm going to have triplets. Begin the process of the IVF.
Yeah, you can, but nobody can guarantee that. Okay. Yes, in this part of the world, you can still transfer as much as 2-3 embryos. Okay. But that is just it. The fact that you transfer 3 embryos doesn't mean that all the embryos would implant. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are head up implanting. That's why you have the triplet. And 2 might just implant. It can also be 1 that would implant. And in few instances, IVF might fail. So no one can guarantee you that you're going to have twins or you're going to have triplets because you are seeing plenty babies on my page. You're seeing plenty twins, plenty. Yeah, because I do get a lot of inquiries on that. They will say, they will just go straight, how much is twins? And I'll be like, how much is twins? What do you mean? We are not selling babies. What do you mean? What do you mean how much is twins? Nobody can guarantee you that you have twins. Nobody can guarantee you. You know, I'm just very optimistic that at least if you come to us, the chances of you having your baby is high. But aside that, I can't. I'm not God. Do you understand? I'm not God to say, oh, don't worry, you can have twins or you can have triplets. You know, so it doesn't work that way.
The same thing applies to sex selection.
Yeah, for sex selection, I also try to discourage that. Even in some countries, they are really frowning against sex selection. But that's not to say some countries are still doing it. Okay, so yes, if you want to do sex selection, it's your choice. It's your choice. But I just feel you're just asking too much from God. That's my personal view. Like asking too much. Let him do what he wants to do and give what he wants to give. Okay, but there is a process where sex can be selected. Okay. There is a process.
Maybe that's the reason why they actually come for it. Some have particular sex, they have girls, and boys and one girl.
Yes. So there is a process. So it's possible. It's possible.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. How do you go? Definitely payment. If the IVF fails for surrogate, you go over the process again, the same price or another payment required.
You need to pay for the IVF cost. You need to pay for the IVF cost. It's just like
again.
Yeah, it's the same thing. When you, for instance, go for IVF and it fails, and you want to do another one, you will have to pay for it. So you will not say because it is a surrogate mother. The fact that it's a surrogate mother doesn't mean that the IVF cannot fail. Okay, the chances are just high if you have a problem with your womb. If that's the reason why you're using a surrogate mother, yes, you might have increased your chances by that reason. Okay, so but it's not 100% that it will work for the surrogate mother. So in that case, if treatment will be repeated, of course, the price will be discounted for you.
Okay, someone is okay, although maybe the person is just going to explain that earlier, that surrogate mother now comes and says she wants have you had such, I want my baby back,
Is he a baby in the first place? Is he a baby in the first place? No. It has never happened in my agency because, like I said earlier on, our surrogate mother are well integrated into the process, and they understand the baby doesn't share.
There's a legal document binding relationship. There's a legal document binding.
Yes, and apart from that, there's a legal document. Yes, there is.
Okay. Okay. Another person is asking how many months can someone stay that has a miscarriage through IVF we try?
Well, it's a function of your body. You know yourself better. You can give it you give it a month after. You can give it a month after your miscarriage. That's by the time you flow the natural the next menstrual flow. You might give it a try. It depends. All depends on you and your system.
Mm. Okay. We're going to round up very soon. That's something we've not. Okay, what happened to IVF test positive and it stopped going after 2 weeks?
That's nobody's fault. Okay?
Mm.
That's nobody's fault.
Nature.
Yeah. You know, the way God really designed our womb, He designs it such that if the baby in there has issues, the body automatically kicks it out. So if this occur, it's painful, but you need to try again. It might just shows that something is wrong with the makeup of the baby. So you try again.
Try again. Try. As long as we just surrogates in the UK.
None at the moment.
You're dealing with us in Nigeria. Answer the question. Okay, why can't someone who has never had a child? Because someone has never had a child cannot be surrogate mother. She said you must have had a child, must have been a mother to be qualified to be a surrogate mother.
Yes, it's true.
So any other thing before we now taking your time.
Thank you very much, everyone. It's nice having you. I'm signing out. I'm tired. I'm tired. If you have any questions,
you can follow me to my DM or you go to the MeetSurrogateMothers.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Mariah. Thank you. I really appreciate it.